Hello, I wanted to give you a quick overview, very brief overview of some writing expectations for our upcoming paper. And since we have limited time in class, I thought I'd put together a brief module and give you some information, some tips on your writing. The information that we're going to apply to our writing in our paper is from the APA 6th edition. One area I want to concentrate on is citing work, and it's often where people make mistakes or are confused over. And when you cite people's work, you always want to give them credit and never take someone's work and make it your own. Even if you paraphrase someone's work doesn't mean you're making it your own. It's still their work. And here's two examples. Providing feedback on homework serves to enhance student achievement. Direct quote taken from Morzano, 2001, page 66. Notice the period here is after the reference, not at the end of the sentence. Here's a paraphrase. Teachers can enhance the effectiveness of homework by providing feedback. Again, it's the same exact sentence or content, but it's paraphrased, put in the author's own words. However, it's still Morzano's work. So therefore, you have to give credit to Morzano. And as an author, it gives you credibility. It tells the reader, hey, this person is pulling from the literature to support their stance on whatever you're writing about. Period at the end, after the reference. If your quote or statement's beyond 39 words, you're going to use this block quote format. Teachers who utilize a variety of methods to provide feedback increase student achievement. Morzano writes, and then the information directly taken from Morzano's book or an article, whatever you're taking it from. But make sure, here's one exception. The period actually goes at the end of the last sentence and end of the word in a direct block quote situation, followed by the reference. Opposite of what we saw with a shorter quote. Period's actually at the end of the reference. Caught a mistake, I wanted to highlight that for you. If you use a quote or a reference in your citation in your paper, make sure you give appropriate credit and references at the end of your paper. In this example, we have Morzano, the year, the name of the book, location of the publisher, and the publisher. 3 excellent resources to help you in this area. If you go to the APA website, also if you go to noodletools.com, this will help you with your references section. It gives you step-by-step directions on creating your references, and also the Purdue OWL, which is an excellent resource on writing tips in APA style. So let's go to some practical examples. In this article, nice example is right here. But banning social networking or even denying its popularity is not only inappropriate, but also borderline irresponsible when it comes to providing the best educational experience for students. So the authors are making a stance here. They're explaining what they mean, but they also are pulling from the literature to support that. Tapscott and Williams, 2008, said, and you can read their direct quote, period followed at the end of the page number in this situation. Moving down, the authors start to go into digital citizenship. Instead of paraphrasing, they thought it'd be more powerful if they took a direct quote of the definition of digital citizenship from Mark Ribble, who's actually an expert in this area. And one more example here of a block quote. Only one block quote in this entire article. Again, you want to use caution and do not have more than one block quote for your particular paper since it's so short. You can see the authors go, the development of the online collaborative environments should not only be understood but also embraced by principals and administrators. They go into a direct quote, period is at the end, last word, followed by the reference. One more example. In this paragraph, different article, In the era of such rapid and expanding growth due to massive amounts of information being exchanged across the world, today's students are charged with the task of being successful in this flat world. Well, what the author did was he took two very credible resources, in this example Friedman and Tapscott-Williams, in the area of talking about flat world and how digital communications have changed our world, and brought credibility to his paper by referencing these individuals. Here's an example of a paraphrase. However, today's schools are still behind incorporating digital literacy experiences. Well, is this the author's opinion? Has he done research on it? If not, he better have something from the literature, the research to support it. And he does. This Greenhow, Walker, and Kim is a study in this area. Reference appropriately. Brings credibility to your work once again. Hopefully those examples helped. I'll be more happy to address any other questions in class. And I thank you for viewing this module.